Hey guys, what's up? Today I want to show you how you can remote access your devices from anywhere. This is an update video. I did these videos a while ago. I'll put those in the cards if you're interested. They were mainly just videos of how you can accomplish this. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you my methods. Along with this video, it's going to be an instructional article in the description. It's actually in the Getting Started series on my website. Let's just do an overview today of how I do it for each kind of device, including opening it up to remote access and actually getting to it. And then I will do demo videos to give you visuals of each of these things. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started here. We're going to be talking about Windows devices, Mac, iOS, and Android devices, remote accessing all of these devices in your routine. I use VNC for most of these. That is a protocol for actually remote accessing your devices. So first I want to talk about the Vnc servers of each operating system that I use. These are basically what open up your device to your network in order to be accessed by a Vnc viewer on another device. First, with Windows, I'm using Vnc Server. I used to be using real VNC. Now they changed that to a subscription-based model and a cloud-based model, which I do not want. It gets very expensive very quickly. So I dropped in Vnc Server as a replacement for that on all Windows computers. On Mac, I'm using the built-in remote desktop protocol from Apple. That works pretty well as long as you're doing Mac-to-Mac connections. And the reason for that is because Apple has its own VNC viewer that pairs nicely with the Apple remote desktop. I also use TeamViewer on my main Mac because it's important that I have two systems in place just in case if one fails. I'm using VNC from Cydia for iOS. That's spelled a little funky. I'll put it on the screen for you. And VMlite Vnc Server for Android. So those are the Vnc servers on each computer as well as TeamViewer on my main Mac. Now I'm going to talk about the Vnc viewers I'm using. Now the Vnc viewer I'm using on all operating systems is just the Vnc viewer from real VNC. I really like that because it is cross-platform on many levels. It's for Linux, Android, iOS, Windows. I think it's even for Raspberry Pi. So it's really good in that regard. And they say on their website that it will always be free and they will never charge for it. I switched to Vnc Viewer 6. I'm not using Vnc Viewer 5. Any one really works though. You make up your mind what you want to do. There are minor differences between each of them, although Vnc Viewer 6 is newer, so you can try out both of them if you would like to see which one you like more. I'll leave a link to both of those on the website article. Now that I've talked about all the software I'm using for remote access, now I want to go into the technicalities of how I actually get to these devices on an outside network. Before, I would tell you to port forward a computer on the network that would act as a bridge to all of your other devices. Now, instead of port forwarding a device, I'm actually using a VPN, which is probably more secure. I set up an open VPN server on my pfSense router, so I connect to that from any computer anywhere. And as long as I'm connected to that VPN, I have it configured so it can access any device on the local network. Now I don't have to port forward any computers. From that point, I can access every device just from its internal IP address. And with that, I have it set up a certain way. I'm on a subnet where I have a maximum of 1,000 IP addresses on my internal network, and it's shown on the screen right now. With the .0 range, I put my access points in my router. With the .1 range, I put all of my money-making devices that are numbered. So as follows, it's the 192.168.1.device ID. So phone number 5 is 192.168.1.5. and so forth. If you don't understand what I mean by numbering the devices, then I recommend you check out the video I just put in your cards where I show how I organize my money-making devices. On the .2 range, I keep all of my money-making computers, and they're not really numbered in a sense, so I just have to take note of what IP address corresponds to which money-making computer. Then the .3 range of my internal network is the DHCP server, so any other random devices that connect get assigned automatically on this range. So that is an updated overview video for how you remote access your devices from anywhere. Like I said, this is just an instructional video, a lot of technicalities to this. I'm going to be doing visual demos here, or perhaps one video if it will be short enough of remote accessing my devices. I think it is a very important part of your routine. But for now, you can check out that article in the description, and I'll talk to you guys later. Have fun making money. Thank you for watching this video meant to help you make more money with smartphones and computers. Above me is a link to my website with a Getting Started series for all of you that are brand new to this. Any more specific questions can be directed to me at the contact page or on any of the communities